The first time I saw the behaviour, it was just dolphins darting past us left and right. It was so chaotic in the water. These clicks were so loud, and it immediately alerted the team that the hunt was on.
They were chasing the jacks, but not to eat them. It was for the most bizarre thing only a dolphin would do. A new behaviour never filmed for a documentary before.
Viejo Hierro is a collection of islands, seamounts and volcanoes positioned in the middle of the open ocean. It is such a unique location. It's home to a huge variety of marine life. It's honestly like nowhere else on Earth. We had the absolute dream team on the shoot. I worked with local cinematographer Eric Higuera, who's also a marine scientist and has been studying this region for years. And DOP Roger Horrocks, who is just the most talented underwater cinematographer. When discussing the shoot with Eric, he mentioned this incredible novel behaviour that bottlenose dolphins do that had never been documented for a series before, and we were really eager to see if we could capture it on camera. Bottlenose dolphins utilise echolocation in their hunting strategy, and what this does is allows them to almost build a 3D map of the prey species that are in their surrounding area. They send this sound out, often focused at a prey source, and that sound then reverberates off of the prey back to them, allowing them to understand where it is in their environment. But what we observed was something slightly more unique. The jacks hunt offshore, hunting much smaller fish, and the dolphins could go and do this hunt themselves, but instead they wait for the jacks to return to the seamounts. The dolphins corral the jacks and then start to work to isolate just one individual. Once they had their target locked in, the dolphins were relentless, bombarding the jacks with continuous clicks. They would stress the jacks out so much that they would have no choice but to vomit their hard-earned meal. And the dolphins then eat that vomit. Yeah, delightful. So it turned out they weren't ever hunting the jacks after all. They were more interested in a slightly different food source. We just felt so bad for the jacks. We've all had that feeling of feeling so worried that you're going to vomit. The jacks mostly seem to go unharmed, but they might still be hungry. I guess it's better to lose your meal than to become the dolphin's next meal. I thought it was really funny. It just goes to show that there are all sorts of new and weird behaviours taking place in our oceans every day. Working in the field, sometimes we collect hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage. So building that into a sequence requires quite an extensive process. We then have to take all of that footage and break it down into those key pieces of behaviour, because often the behaviour that we film, we might film over days, weeks, months even. We then put that onto a timeline so that ultimately we can have one cohesive story that shows that science in the best possible way. This was such an incredible shoot to work on. One of the most amazing moments was an oceanic manta ray breaching clear out of the water. It was the kind of behaviour we never thought we'd be able to capture because it is so rare, but to have one swim straight over to our DOP and then breach right in front of him was just such a unique moment. Not only did we get to see some of the most amazing marine life, but we got to create an incredibly powerful sequence about the importance of marine protected areas and the amazing variety of life that call these seamounts home.